If you would like to support me in making these videos, please check out the link to my Patreon campaign down below. If you support me on Patreon, you will also automatically be entered to one of my monthly giveaways. The Super Detail Kit was given to me free of charge by Scalemotorsport in order for me to do a review on it. I was not paid to say or do anything, these are my honest opinions, uncensored. All of the decals for the main body wrap come supplied on these two decal sheets, and you of course need to cut them out. The decals themselves don't need to be cut out on the edge, as they are all nicely separated from each decal, so they just slide off of the paper without having too much waste around the decal itself. After cutting the decal out roughly, test the place that you need to put it in, and then just put it into some water and wait until it relieves itself from the decal paper. Once the decal has released itself from the backing paper, just take out your micro set or your decal magic. Apply it to the surface the decal needs to be applied to. This is to help place the decal, also soften decal, and it also helps adhere the decal to the painted surface a lot better. A quick side note, now I did not apply the clear coat before applying all these decals. I simply don't prefer to do that, as it's double the work. It takes a lot longer for the clear to dry. Then you can apply the decals and then you need to apply the decal again. For me that just takes a bit too long, and in my case it works perfectly fine with zero paints to not apply the clear coat first. Now you can of course apply the clear coat, it doesn't really matter to me. So just so you know, you can do it, you don't have to do it. In some cases it does give a better result, and it also helps apply the decal a lot easier in some cases. For me it just works totally fine this way. With the decal all nicely in place, I just take a cotton swab and remove all the moisture from underneath to form it better to the shape it is supposed to be, and then just heat it up to form it even more, and then go over it with a cotton swab again. Now you can also decide to just leave it and not touch it, dry it, apply some of the decal solution to form it even more, and then just let it dry again. This is also a case of preference. I just like to do it this way. It's a lot faster for me, and I've done it this way since I started applying decals. But that is all up to you. You can just do it all at once and just leave it to dry, but you can speed it up with a couple of these tricks. One other trick I have heard of is to place it in a food dehydrator. This also dehydrates the moisture underneath and the decal solution, which makes the decals work and soften. I personally have never tried doing that before. I just like it this way, so I didn't really see the way to try it and buy a pretty expensive machine to just do it once. Now, if you have done it this way, please let me know down in the comments below, as I'm really curious if there are people using this method and if they like it or not. With that pretty much all said and done, all the other decals were put in place. I could explain a lot more, but I've pretty much explained all I could in the earlier segment of this video, so I'm just going to shut up now and let you enjoy me placing a lot of decals in a lot of different places, and also showing a couple of clips here and there into forming all these decals. In the next video I will be applying a clear coat and also doing a lot more on the build itself. So if you don't enjoy me applying all these decals, then just click this video away and move on to the next one. Now that the final decal has been put in place, I just let it all dry for a couple of days before moving on to applying a clear coat.